I'm Josh Light with PoliticIt.com here in Michigan with Dan Goebel. He's a libertarian running for Congress in District 8. How you doing today, Dan?
Very good, thank you.
So, Dan, tell me big differences between you and your competitors in this race.
Well, I am the Liberty candidate because I will shrink the U.S. government and bring back individual liberties. I'm trying to restore people's individual liberties.
How has your experience prepared you for Congress?
Well, I've been a teacher, an auto mechanic. I've been in building trades. I've been an activist probably for the last 10 years. I've been a member of Campaign for Liberty since the beginning, Downsize DC, just a whole bunch of these different organizations. So I think I kind of know what's going on. I was big in Ron Paul's campaign in 2008. I brought delegates right to the state level in Washington State there, and then I've been very active in the 2012 campaign as well.
And what are your feelings on the Federal Reserve System?
I feel that the Federal Reserve has a monopoly on our money, and that we have to relieve ourselves of the Federal Reserve. And so I think that what we need to do is to introduce competitive currencies and allow keep the Federal Reserve from having a monopoly on our money. I think that the Federal Reserve will die off if we just allow honest money to come back into the system. I think the legal tender laws have to be repealed. I know Ron Paul has already introduced a bill. I would be highly supporting that.
What are your thoughts on the wars?
The wars, I think it's bankrupting our economy. We're spending over $1 trillion a year, particularly Iraq. When you go back and you see that that country was invaded under false pretenses, we've saw the former Secretary of State Coleman Powell and CIA Director Tenet on national TV telling us that that they had enriched uranium and or anthrax, and of course all this stuff was proved to be wrong. So a lot of these same things could be going on in Iran, and I hate to think that these guys start World War III and we find out that under false pretenses, just like Iraq.
Do you think any of our American civil liberties have been violated recently?
Most definitely. We have. Going back to the Patriot Act, where we've got spying on U.S. citizens. We got the indefinite detention provisions in the National Defense Authorization Act, which was sponsored by Carl Levin, who is the senator here in Michigan. And the indefinite detention, the president, just by mere accusation, they're just picking Americans up off the street and they disappear. So I think we've got a lot of violations of our individual rights, including the Patriot Act and a number of other bills out there.
How are you using social media in your campaign?
Well, I've got the Facebook thing going. I'm just starting on that. I do have the website, so I probably could be doing a little bit more there, but I think that's probably the only way third-party candidates even has a chance. I understand that Mike Rogers has upwards of $5 million that he can work with, so I can't afford to buy the advertising that he can.
How's your campaign going?
Well, it's going. I was just in a forum Monday, and there's actually 4 candidates on the ballot. Myself, the Democrat, and the Independent all showed up for the debate, and Mike Rogers was the only one that was not there, although he did get some time on 60 Minutes on Sunday, so apparently he doesn't need to show up at these local forums.
Dan, where can people go to learn more about you?
Dan Goebel, 2012.com.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.